Your Excellency, also allow me to thank you that in Nebbi for coming up with a wise decision that Greater Nebbi must have its own high court circuit that will serve the people of Alur land that has been facing challenge of language and long distance in Arua. Thank you so much. Also, we want to appreciate you for the construction of 3 different city schools, that is Mahaba SS, Nile, and Atego, and a Pindu division, which is already in the budget for this current financial year 2024-2025. We appreciate you for the rehabilitation of Alui Nebbi Road. Also, we thank you for the provision of road maintenance grant of 1 billion shillings per district and municipality, and Nebbi is inclusive. Thank you so much, Your Excellency, and members of Parliament for doing such nice approval. Your Excellency, last but not least, on my appreciation, Enyoga and Party Development Model Funds is just a magic bullet for the transformation of Nebbi District and Uganda. I want to thank you for such a good initiative for our own local people and the poorest of the poor in community. Your Excellency, however, our people know you as a father, a promise keeper, and above all, as a very honest and faithful leader that once their problems are brought to your attention will always be solved no matter the magnitude of the issue or the situation. For that matter, Your Excellency, allow me also remind you of some of the unfulfilled pledges and request you for the following, because if I don't do it, these people may not forgive me, Your Excellency. First, and number one on the list that they told me I must not forget if I must forget other things is Goli, Nebbi Road and Tukia Hill. Your Excellency, if you come across any mobilizer in Greater Nebbi and has failed to tell you this, the person is a liar. Even religious leaders, traditional all, they are saying that this Nebbi Goli road has become a very big dead trap, and many have lost their lives and properties on this road, and especially at Tukia Hill. If it rains today, these people we are seeing the whole it have come, Your Excellency. And therefore, they have requested me that I should ask you that this road be tarmacked. And it must not stop on in Goli, but allowing it should go by either up to Vurra custom. We are cognizant of your pledge of 15 kilometers, but this is a request from the people of Alur land. Your Excellency, my great people of Kakwash and counterpart, Honorable Mito Steen, and the members of Parliament have requested me to draw to attention on the behaviors and bad manners of the Fisheries Protection Unit on Lake Albert. That their behaviors need to be checked, as there are a lot of cases of mistreatment of civilians and corrupt tendency taking place there. Your Excellency, we are aware that some species, such as Nanang commonly in Alur, can never draw big and surely give interest as immature fish, Your Excellency. Therefore, it cannot be categorized whether you keep it for 10 years and now it remains small, that we need to check. Your Excellency, we commend you for the fulfillment of your pledge made in 2010 during my election of Member of Parliament by guiding Minister of Health to upgrade the research center 2 to 4. The Excellency government provided an allocation of 400 million and 500 million in the financial year 2023-2024 and 2024-2025, respectively, for the upgrade of this facility. However, the funds given when it was allocated in 2023-2024 was not released, Your Excellency, to the district. And today the project has not commenced, although the district and the sub-county has identified a very big chunk of land and allocated additional land for upgrade of this facility. The budget of 500 million for this current financial year has also not been uploaded on PBS system, Your Excellency. Therefore, you need to check into the system in the Ministry of Health. There seems to be some political saboteurs there. They put it on the budget and they don't release our money. For a youth health center, for health center 2 to 4, Your Excellency, I request you that you prevail over it. Lastly, Your Excellency, among our requests for this year, Your Excellency, there are some bridges here in Nebbi that are so dilapidated and can for immediate calls for immediate attention of government. Officials from Ministry of Works and Transport have on several occasions visited, including the Minister of State for Transport, and have done several assessments of bridges with no positive outcomes to the people of Nebbi. For that matter, Your Excellency, our people risk being cut off, and we therefore call for your immediate indulgence to address this issue of bridges as follows. It is a bridge on Ampin that is connecting close to Koch Barracks, that is connecting to Shin and Nebbi of Nebbi County. To Shin Utie, I hear a bridge on Yarabur-Parongo Road. The people of Parongo and Yarabur say I should draw your attention to that, Your Excellency. The details are already handed over in the copy of my speech. Your Excellency, Ampin Bridge in Nebbi County and Apapa Bridge in Atengo also needs immediate intervention and connectivity. Your Excellency, due to high rate of teenage pregnancy, my people of Padiere constituency have requested me that there is need for BTVET in the constituency of Padiere, since both Padiere and the municipality has no any training center for young people, especially teenage mother. They need a training institution for young people, the skilling center. Your Excellency, they say that you draw your attention to it. Lastly, in 2010, when you came for the wedding of our brother Rajit Alan with the evening Anite, you pledged to the people, to Anglican Church of Uganda, that you will give them ambulance. And today you have not received to Goli Center for and also motorized water pump for Anglican Church of Uganda. Your Excellency, during Women's Day celebration in 2012, our people requested you, especially Catholic sisters requested you for a solar system for your school called Providence, which is the skilling center. Today you have not received. And also at the same time, during the coronation of our Obimo, that is the King of Anur, in 2010, where you came, you promised us that you will construct for our king a palace. Up to date, it's not constructed. Our people were very envious when we went to other kingdoms and they were giving them 9 billion, 11 billion, and they told me to draw your attention to it, Your Excellency. We are your children.
May I, on behalf of the people of Nebbi municipality and Greater Nebbi, take this opportunity to welcome you and all the invited guests in Nebbi. Your Excellency, before I invite our Honorable Minister to say his words, I have some few comments to make. First, Your Excellency, I want to thank you for appointing our daughter and sister, Honorable Nyamutaro Fiona. This is because Nebbi as a district, after late Honorable Kumulinga stayed for a number of years without giving them ministerial positions. So today, we are really very, very grateful that you considered us after 20 years, 20 good years. I also want to thank you, Your Excellency, and the government and Parliament of Uganda and Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development for working tirelessly to see that we are connected to the national grid. Today we are officially connected to the national grid, something which has really been a very big problem in West Nile sub-region. We want to thank you for that. It has been a long journey, and we have seen that you really keep your words. As to West Nile, we are so grateful. Your Excellency, in relation to this power, we really don't want this power to rely redundant here. Our district, Nebbi District Local Government, handed over the Uganda Investment Authority land about 500 acres for industrial park for West Nile sub-region. Now that we have reliable power and we are connected to the national grid, we pray that they should expedite the process, because land is already handed to them and it is there on Bakwachi Road. If you went there, you will see their signposts and their demarcations. So we pray that this power should really improve the economic activities of our people of West Nile, and one main solution will be construction of that industrial park for us. Your Excellency, I also want to thank you. I want to thank the government. I want to thank Minister of Works and Transport and also UNDRA for the rehabilitation of the ongoing 33.3 kilometers of Nebbi Road and 2.5 kilometers for Nebbi municipality. This work is progressing very well. We are informed by the constructor that by 8th of October 2024, they will complete the work. We are praying that that deadline is met this time. And for the first time, Your Excellency, I wanted to inform you that for the first time in history, Nebbi municipality will be lit to 3.5 kilometers of street lights, which has never happened before. I really want to thank you for that under this program. However, Your Excellency, like it has already been said, our biggest thorn and the biggest problem has remained the Nebbi, Jukia, Goli, Custom, Zombo, Vurra Road. Your Excellency, as I talk now, if you can send your team to Jukia Hill, you will find trucks stuck there. Trucks going to Congo and Zombo, they are all stuck there. If they can see for themselves, you will really appreciate. That road is a death trap. It is a very viable road connecting us to Congo. We have always said, Your Excellency, you tarmac the roads all the way to all the border points in Uganda. I remember Foreign Affairs, I got the privilege of visiting and visit all these border posts. The only border post not tarmac is Nebbi, Goli. Please, Your Excellency, we pray for that. We saw your communication towards that. We saw it, that you communicated to Minister of Works and Transport. And we also saw the Minister communicated to ED UNDRA in relation to that. However, the indication is not seen that maybe whether the work is going to commence soon. As I conclude, Your Excellency, I wanted also to put your notice, African Development Bank recently visited us in the municipality. African Development Bank and Means of Local Government and MATIC 2, Market, Agriculture and Trade Infrastructure Program. They visited our Nebbi Central Market and they picked interest that in MATIC 3, Nebbi Central Market will be constructed. The vendors are here, Your Excellency. They are eagerly waiting for their market to be constructed. And the latest information we have been hearing is that the first one, I know, this time, any loan facility coming to our country, you want to sign yourself. This puts the lives of the pupils and students in danger as they are living on fire lines. So I pray that this should really be corrected. Because we cannot really build classrooms and all those good structures we are putting without protecting them from lightning by putting lighting arresters.
Your Excellency, the people gathered here today from a land all over West Nile and across the divide are here to witness the making of history as we give thanks to God for thus far that He has brought us. It is such a great honor to host you as a chief guest to this joyous occasion. Your Excellency, your sacrifice and resistance is the reason why we are gathered here peacefully. And we, the Bazukulu, are proud of you and we shall always endeavor to safeguard your achievements. Nebbi district is predominantly NRM, with historical supporters that stretch as far as 1988. And these two generations have nurtured us and mothered us in the NRM fraternity. Your Excellency, we take inspiration from them, and that is the reason as to why we are working tirelessly to carry on your legacy by nurturing others too. Being mentored under your wings, drawing inspiration from your leadership over the years. Museveni, today, I thank you for granting me the opportunity to serve as the Minister of State for Mineral Development, to ensure that your vision of improved household income and socio-economic transformation is enhanced, and we must deliver at whatever cost. I, for one, Your Excellency, I want to continuously pledge to you, as I have always done, that I can never let you down. Your Excellency, we intend to achieve this vision by starting a fight against a negative mindset or politics of identity. We intend to promote unity of purpose and issue-based leadership that directly speaks to changing lives. To say this mission is basically anchored on improving three aspects: education, health, and entrepreneurship. And now that West Nile is connected to the national grid, all these three are now going to be boosted with an increase in supply and sustainability of electricity. The next step now is to focus on rural electrification, where we shall have a wider coverage of last phase connections reaching out to different areas. To say, now that both production and supply are guaranteed, we look forward to fast-tracking the construction of the Goli Vurra road to ease market accessibility, and then the cycle to fully drive development in the region will be complete. But all this, yet again, falls under your manifesto that you have always relayed to your people. Your Excellency, I can't thank you enough for the trust that you have bestowed on me. And because we well understand your vision, we shall relentlessly work for its achievement. And I'm certain that because we serve a living God, we cannot fail. Your Excellency, we shall always continue to support you all the way and always count on our undivided loyalty and support towards a better Uganda that we live and want to see every day. Your Excellency, as I come to the conclusions of my speech, in Alur culture, a grandchild is always beloved before the grandparents. I plead to your fatherly heart today that for this joyous occasion, we have the custodians of our children, our beloved teachers, the ones that nurture and ensure development of a productive citizenry, the National Teachers Association of Nebbi District. They particularly reached out to me, Your Excellency, that they have an association, and because of the current terrains that make transport quite difficult for them from one area to another, they're in a process of fundraising for a minibus that can ease their movements in different activities, and they have so far contributed 28 million shillings, Your Excellency. We would therefore request that you enable them be able to acquire this minibus. Your Excellency, my gratitude is enormous, not just to you, but to everybody that has gathered here today. Much as I am a lady of many words, and many can testify that I'm actually a good speaker, when I'm filled with joy, I get lost of words. allow me to conclude by thanking the following people. Your Excellency, I would like to thank the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development, where you deployed me under the motherly leadership of Honorable Dr. Ruth Nankabira. She has always been an inspiration and she is giving the right guidance. We work collectively as a team with the Honorable Okasai, also together with the technical team that is headed by the Motherly Permanent Secretary, Ms. Irene Batebe, and all the staff of the ministry that are here today. Your Excellency, I can guarantee you that the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development is currently the most vibrant ministry we have in the cabinet. Your Excellency, we also have Nicole at Kaza in Logiri Sub-County, Arua District, and Kango in Zombo District. Iron ore occurrences, Museveni, have also been cited in Metu Sub-County, Moyo District, and Kanyango, and Kuchuin Sub-County in Nebbi District. Your Excellency, there is also Mago in Moyo, Kanite in Azi Hill in Nebbi District, and Kanyango in Pakwach, and abundant granite that is scattered across the region. Your Excellency, we also have the biggest geothermal site in Panimur, Pakwach District, that is currently undergoing exploration by the ministry. With all these potentials there, we are delighted that today West Nile officially gets connected to the national grid. An avenue that will enable mineral development, upscale and anchor rapid growth. Museveni, the Bible in the book of Esther, chapter 4, verse 14 says, "And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this?" Your Excellency, God raises leaders in different generations at different times for a particular purpose for his people. Museveni Nyamtoro was born for a time like this.
I welcome you back from phase 1, where you started from this morning at Nebbi substation, where you actually switched on West Nile region to the national grid. We thank God for that. Thank you so much. Your Excellency, while you were there, I informed the team that was there the question that has been put regarding connecting West Nile power to the national grid. When are you connecting? When are you connecting us to the national grid? The question that I witnessed being put before my former ministers of energy. And I was looking at Irene Muloney, I was looking at Kitutu, I looked at Saida Bumba. This question has been legally gone, but I have been in Parliament for quite some time. And I felt the challenge that those ministers that were holding the portfolio were going through. When news came to me that I'm now the Minister of Energy, I trembled because of the numerous challenges that I had witnessed. Today, the President has answered that question. But I know that there will be many more questions to follow. For example, the question that was pushed to us yesterday as we gathered here to launch the Energy Access Scale project for this region is, when are you connecting Obonji to the national grid? Are the people of Obonji here? Are you here? And you're asking that question, right? I want to stand here and pledge on behalf of my ministry, the Ministry of Energy, that we are putting the next step, building and quickly and steadily to connect to the people of Goli, so that the entire ring of this Nile is connected. And I stand here to appreciate the push for this connection that has been coming from none other than the Right Honorable Second Deputy Prime Minister, whom I want to appreciate so much for the guidance and also for the support. And the fact that he's here today testifies that he has been pushing and would like to witness what he has been pushing coming through. So Your Excellency Ubongi is on course. We are going to do everything it takes to make sure that we complete that ring. Mine is to appreciate. I appreciate you, Your Excellency, for the guidance. I listened to Honorable Yamtoro telling her story. If it was my day, I would tell the same story that Honorable Yamtoro has said. You continue to guide us, and I want to appreciate. Her Excellency the Vice President, whom you delegated to chair cabinet when you are not there. But I want to thank you that you gave cabinet first priority. But before you come to chair us in cabinet, the Vice President is the one who guides on the order paper for cabinet and all that. And she has put priority on my docket. Electricity, oil and gas, and minerals. And I'd like to appreciate her for the support and the entire cabinet for the support. I also wish to appreciate the leadership of Parliament, because we are always put on carpet. Honorable Okasai has been more frequent than myself in Parliament, attending parliamentary sessions. I attend during the Prime Minister's question time, but Okasai is always there. But with the leadership that understands the importance of this docket, we'll be able to pull through quick amendments to acts like the amendment to the Electricity Act of 1999 that has opened up the sector for private people to invest into energy infrastructure, which is going to help us see this power being pulled. So Western Nile is on fire. You've been putting us on fire, we are putting you on fire. Can you consume this power? Can we encourage connection so that you consume the power, we get the money, we pay the loan, we invest more into this industry? Your Excellency, as we talk about industries, I have pressure, and this gentleman can really put pressure. He almost boxed engineers, Syria Wako, when we visited Arua, when I just been appointed. The man he almost boxed my bodyguard. He's an honorable member of Parliament. Without calling him a man, just like that. But because of the way sometimes he behaves when he wants something and you are not really coming out. This honorable member of Parliament, representing a constituency called the Honorable Arion from Aringa South. Am I lying? The chief president of the floor of Parliament. And sometimes he comes as if he's not alone. As if he's carrying someone there. But he feels for his people. Your Excellency, this man, this Honorable Arion, was confronted or requested by Operation Wealth Creation to prepare a nursery seedling. Actually, he received the seeds and he prepared the seedling. But things changed. And the seedlings that he had prepared became into a big forest. He had a vision to set up a factory to manufacture parcel. He went ahead and bought machinery. He has dragged me up to where he is storing the machinery in the country. He needed just 2.something billion shillings, which Honorable Akasaija promised for us. Either one pole or no requirement for a pole to be connected freely for as long as they have wired their homes using certified wire people. And there is a fee for them to pay for the initial units that you are going to consume and also for the inspection fees, which does not go beyond 53,000 shillings. This has been pulled from 723,000 shillings which we used to ask for connection. Tomorrow, Your Excellency, you have assigned Her Excellency the Vice President to represent you in Arua to commission yet another big substation in Arua, and we shall be there. That is the 4th of August. So Western Nile is on fire. You've been putting us on fire, we are putting you on fire. Can you consume this power? Can we encourage connection so that you consume the power, we get the money, we pay the loan, we invest more into this industry?
I am happy to be here to commission the power line to West Nile.
West Nile.
But also to celebrate Nyamtoro's achievements.
Man pinifoyo Mungu Kenyamutoro.
I will start with the Nyamtoro.
Akesha Nyamutoro.
I linked up with her
Arobo Kode.
when I came to campaign for somebody called Orombi.
Hapina Robo Kode na ngapika timu campaign pangati maniga Orombi. And
there was an election, I don't know how many years ago. So when I came to campaign, there was a young girl who had just finished university or was still studying. She was campaigning for our candidate. So I noted her. When others are in nightclubs and so on, for her she was here campaigning. That's how you see people's qualities. Then later on, I met her as a youth candidate for parliament now. Then, of course, I have no problem advising. I didn't take sides, but I could see that if she's elected, she will be a good youth MP. And when she was elected, I noted her in the back, among the backbenchers. That's why, therefore, when I appointed her, people didn't know that I know some of these people quietly. That's how We have been building in the NRM for the last 60 years.
Ki oro ka woni kirabusiel mazoi NRM eno kitemawa nuango kodotano.
We always identify talent,
Wangio dano muteko diru,
commitment,
dano magite kutego mitis,
and devotion.
mando ki meiri.
That's how we have been building, if you look at generation after generation.
Okay, to ube neno nyai jumutegi ni tulu tinara matindo hii.
We were working with the elders, then to Anka,
Wabeka chiyo jumutegi ni machoda ongomia ukanda mashalo benti wanuka, Obote,
Alazare Yanyima.
Jumukende mashalo byanyima.
Then the other next group were the Nabuderes.
Inge rungute na timedo mnyenge no.
Then the Rukundas,
Rukundagi,
the Mabas group.
Jumukende mu ayokuni.
Then the Mozambique group, the Sales.
Group mukende ayokuni in Mozambique.
Then the others like the Otemas whom I see here.
Aneno Otema, makawuni aneno awinji jumuyotende tikindano eni general.
Like that. That's how we identify. Each generation we look for committed people.
Obang jumutegi ni tulu piri ya radupi waneno dano ma wangitek la mungeoti.
So therefore, all of you make it a habit to identify promising people, young people, and encourage them, not to discourage them because of selfishness.
Eno ukekawa wasunia unu juma uteka woni no uru shayara no mawis ento miki ni kare te uten mati kiringa giti mate keto wakikinde niswaki mangi pek kwa naraimi.
And don't be biased.
Uru shay nati moku.
You simply say, what I want is a committed NRM cadre.
Inma wabe mitote NRM cadres yutano magimiri ni NRM pende.
Although I could see Nyamtoro was a good cadre, but I could not impose her on the NRM structure.
Angara niyo mana nero Nyamtoro beru jatela basho enta shoko ni yobingo danu mile ya ukete beni kokoro kindi jatela pa NRM pakai.
I have to wait for the NRM structures to say, oh, this is the one.
Baragoro na undo mujumi NRM ushemu hul mano londo nyama eri mute jatela manga.
Then I support her against the opposition.
Then agama miyo ire support muromo miloyo lumtudogo mute opposition.
You the leader, you should not take sides among your children.
Unu jitela makawoni kana wiya betao unu shwaktenga shiel.
This children is better than the other one. No, that's not your business.
Yani atima eber ola atima enu tengo kuloka numa kipeko ne chala jara nyodo.
Tell the constituency, say, you people give me the best NRM you like.
Kan kare romo miyer osaija NRM mandamu loyozo remumi ira.
Then they give you whom they like. That's the one you support now against the other groups.
Kan tunwango tabna timaber chasi maeta chama shwakudo asendo kode nyano nguloyo chomasha muti opposition.
You are causing a lot of unnecessary conflicts.
Ube dawi kimile be maswasa matipi pe itedero.
By the senior person taking sides among juniors.
Danu mutegi ni manda opende mi NRM majodongo hiya nyonga tingo kiswako matashembe weko macha.
Of the NRM.
Mategi so kichele NRM.
I have talked to many people who ended up going to the opposition.
Awecho kodano dupa mo ay NRM magro gilauki the opposition yodogwa masha.
They say I was NRM but I left because in our Bantu dialects they call it Okuben Kokora.
Gewachu na aweko NRM dien sama benu pesa lupantu majulo Kokora. Meaning what?
That is when you are trying to move, someone is getting near you.
Kan eno telemenete ni ibitisi ni wengi ento ngati suku peyo mano dwalo tibinge akara para.
How do you call it?
Your Excellency, we call that one Atara-tara.
Atara-tara. Atara-tara, Marach. And it's not necessary. If you allow the NRM people to show you whom they want, then you will have less friction in the party. Even the one who did not go through the primaries will not be bitter, because he will know that nobody fought to me, it was just the people. So therefore, the importance of people like Nyamtoro and the other young people, like the young ones whom I have introduced, really are it is to let you know that that's how the NRM has built capacity. Like recently, who are retired in the generals. Who have been in the struggle for the last 50 years. What would have happened if we had not developed the young ones? Where would the army be? So that's the first point. But the second point is what Nyamtoro talked about. Talking about young people. Politics is not about biology. It's about ideology. Jesus was here 2,000 years ago. And he said, love your neighbor as you love yourself. And love God with all your heart and all your mind. Now, this is 2,000 years ago. Either you believe that or you don't. If you say, I hate my neighbor, but I am young, we say that's biology but not ideology. So you are young, but what ideas are you supporting? Because Jesus was young. He was in his 30s. And there were young people with him. I think Judas Iscariot may also have been young. So what do we do now? There were two young people. Jesus and Judas. If you had said young, you would have meant that Judas is the same as Jesus. So therefore, the young people, please, don't get lost. Get correct ideas. Yes, we may have some ideas which are different, but check whether you have also people who think like you among all generations. So, what are your ideas about education? The NRM, since 1997, wanted you to do free education in the government schools. But some people have not yet got this, and you still get charges in schools, charges in schools.
They are consenting, they are saying Nebbi.
That's where the problem is. The NRM line is that in government schools there should be no paying of charges.
NRM wacho kamale ni akopang konjiri or konjiri school. What did you get away as school fees in your church?
Now, but it has not been implemented because people are not convinced.
Danu mapol okwero kayu lende eni uketo ito maketo korokaro paracha diteka lobo gingo school.
That's what I discussed with the Kampala youth.
Okay, the way to Korara to Kampala,
who are being mobilized by groups to riot in Kampala.
Arano Majumoko Perukaswai Wangina, Kisikinyai Itumudu. I
met them.
Arombokoge.
But of course they were blaming this government and all that.
Dipendo iparu mikisa dipendo kawechu marashi kongamente mande wacho peko mikiche kamente.
I said yes. The NRM, the secretariat, would have to wake up.
Awachi ya jungunyo kalmadit pa NRM makokike ya puangide.
To know that in Kampala there are youth who have no parents, who have no jobs, who have no education.
Inge inya aranumuko ki Kampala polikitie magi pe kujuru nyodo migi magi pe kutishile mando kisomugo.
But it is also partly the mistake of the NRM people.
Ento kitemanyang kudede peko esha tie kindwa wa NRM ni watanu ni NRM mokoki.
We will not identify those groups.
But I
also blame them. Blame the youth, you people. The NRM created structures for you from the beginning.
NRM
LC1, you have seen them here. LC2, LC, these are all elected by you.
Elsa Shell, Elsa Rio, Elsa Dek, they will only be
the councillors.
Councillors.
The LC3 chairperson, LC5 chairperson.
Elsa Dek, Elsa Bishki.
The members of parliament.
Joe Wangwai or Ketushik.
Why don't you, Kuwanja is the bank word, meaning to demand the debt.
Why don't you
fund them, the government programs? We hear there is free education. Why are there charges in schools? You go to your LC3 chairperson, you ask him. You go to the councillor. Then they will now be forced to answer. We hear there is PDM money. How many people in our parish have got?
Development model. PDM.
Then how about Nyoga? You don't have to fight or to quarrel. But you demand. you use the power you have LOC system to demand what you belongs to you.
Muti eshalo local council nyotela mwami tederno minwango prima peri makaperi chatu chibengi.
So you had Nyamtoro saying NRM is education. Education meaning in the case of government schools, free education in the primary schools and in the secondary schools.
Iwinjo Nyamtoro owachania NRM muti eshalo ponjiri kokome. Bien NRM kuponjiri tiashel school pagamente kadoki primary mani secondary de.
Now when I met the youth in Kampala,
Samarombo kodara di Kampala
who have been used to riot. Many of them had dropped out of school because of the school charges. And you can see it is affecting the whole country. Because in the primary school, the children are 10.89 million.
Primary
But if you go to secondary school, it is 2.6 million. And yet the years of primary and the years of secondary are almost the same.
7
years and 6 years. So, where did the 7 million go? Who were in the primary school? Why are they not in the secondary school? They have dropped out because of the school charges. So, all the NRM people, please be clear about this. If there is an excuse that the capitation grant is not enough, let's add more money. Let's suppress other things and we'll add more money. Then Nyamtoro spoke about health. Health. One part of health has worked very well. This is the immunization. Now you can hear what the Secretary General was telling me in Karamoja, a woman who had children who died, and when they were immunized, they all survived.
Secretary General Richard Todongo Bekawichi Karamoja. Yeah, we are Mashono Benuto, Edo Kawoni Mabol,
So, you no longer see polio. You don't see measles. All those diseases are no longer there. But the ones which are still there, like malaria and so on, you find medicine is not there in the health centers. And yet the medicine is sent. Why don't you go and with your LOC chairpersons and your councillors and the LOC tools, and you say, you, medicine, where do you put it?
Councillors,
if they say it's not enough, then they report back. The medicine you are saying is not enough and there's proof that it was not enough. But if it was sent and diverted to go to Congo, then we go for the one who diverted the medicine. And Nyamutoro spoke about entrepreneurship, which means wealth creation.
Man Nyamutoro weche kom yore mi dwaro lim. En be weche kom kelo lonyo, man nyayo lonyo.
And I've told you of the 4 acres model since 1996.
Awesho iu e kom keto sayo angwen. Mitadero ni ai kirabu mwenye abisieli.
1 acre for coffee, if the coffee can grow.
Saya shell kakamakawa tupidie ikepikawa.
1 acre for fruits.
Saya shell obedi minyingien mira chama.
1 acre for pasture.
Saya shell umakobedi mileya, lumileya.
For dairy cows.
Enuleya gien misak.
In the shade for zero grazing.
Eto weki kuri gien peri malak swai kindano no ribote pashu.
Food crop.
Mano bede miko di mira chama de makoberutie kodo.
Like cassava, 1 acre.
Ongora tu koda shell.
Poultry for eggs.
Mano bede umakipo gwen di tonge.
Piggery for those who are not Muslims.
Mano doko pengu de makojokuoke ni tanu ma Uislamu go.
And fish farming.
Mano bede pido renyo kwa kurenje.
Like here in the Nile Valley.
Shalo kakai ni choma mute donamno.
You can absorb very many youth with fish farming.
Anena rado mapod kishako do kite mi pido renje.
By getting the Minister of Agriculture to dig ponds for the youth.
Gibeka penyo jopara manene we fur kukwako leya mando kret. Minister of Agriculture leo pinuto igi kama gisoko bwakere.
So this is what the young person in Nyamutoro is saying.
Ni te tapi tuwezi madano maria chalo Nyamutoro mutaradu weru uteka wisiye manu nyanyie.
In other words, she's agreeing with our programs.
Iyore moku eteka yiyoko lembe matelo iyu sheke.
You, the young person,
Mitaradu kawoni.
do you agree with this or don't you?
Ube yukura yugo.
You can't simply say, I am young.
Isoko be wesukonya ankola rado yapin.
You are young, what do you believe in?
Kani yapin yo inarado ango muche mashekra perinyo wiyo kode.
I'm glad with the examples of people like Nyamutoro.
Shunya yom achoko nyutiu dano mashalo Nyamutoro bie gitiedo.
And that's what all of you should be thinking about.
Eno kila nyut mando pende dano mumaku uneno seko chakparo chalo en.
Wealth creation.
Tuaro nyayo lonyo ikipasho.
In the man we have talked about.
Iyore matongto mabeka nitupigi nogi.
Education.
Somo.
Health.
Yotkom.
Then those will give you other things. They will give you better housing.
Ma eno kido nyayo miupinga pecho machalo kudima pecho kikipacho.
Clean water.
Limaleng.
Even before the water of the government has got to you, if you have got money, you can do GLP and you have your own water in your own house.
Kani tie kusende madomi somo. Ekoro government bilu gol pi nyo power hall. Ishaku jolo pi itam chali kimpa ikim miwe mole to party peri pacho.
Not to borrow from the roof. GLP from
Eno makijolo kuriwi ot. Kurikur masha.
Uromi doesn't know that I know Aru.
Papa, I translated well. I'm saying they should not wake from the power hole. But
Well, oh, very good.
yes, I'll be perfect, sir.
Very good.
Yes.
So, then health,
Long yotkum.
that one I've already talked about. So,
Another way she komedo.
even power.
Kalo pende mas mo way she me.
This is good. You are now having this power of the government.
Long uneno kuwe munyado wati eko mas madoka mente che kakelo iwa.
But if you solve the problem of wealth, of income in your homestead,
Kano laro peko especially azelo ne palonyo. Ikipacho mando ki hot peri.
even before the government power has come, you can have your own solar power on your
Kalo
own.
nanga mente kelugo man majongo ma eki mo way she me. Namudo kanitire kusende ikelu kadisola malielo mangengi pacho peri.
Because the solar power is everywhere.
Then sola makelu macho nyai pare kabelo ni cheke ndoro.
So I'm very glad that you are, the young people in Nyamutoro was very clear on that.
Shunya yom ya dano machalo Nyamutoro mutarano mane poni logi nyang iparo para maling.
And all of you young and old.
Man moon kada openda radu okumutegini.
I have told you many times that Jesus was a good teacher.
I wish you Yesu Kristo obenjapoji wa mabe.
He said, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, the rest will be added unto you.
Ewa shinya kukuanga ukesai usai pero pa Mungu manu sai wa Mungu. Pindi ngomeni kisheke gibitimire giri.
There are many things to do in the world.
Pintu pa majisho potimo kaniti edano makoi ngomeni.
But the NRM is saying, seek ye first the homestead income.
Mira NRM watching ikipima Dubai. Mira cheke sai lonyo sende ke mondite.
There is a man some kilometers away from here.
Jadi moko eti nyaborgano kokakeni.
He's one of our civil servants.
Eti ikindano magitimu tipagamente.
He's called Kermundu.
Yengeti Kermundu is around. Kermundu.
Kermundu. Binokan.
Emita.
Binokan. Roka. Lok.
Kermundu.
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 Rock. About. Lonyo.
Kabini wechi kumlonyo.
In the local language, I know the local language. Don't waste time translating for me.
What you propose any more PDA, Kawa, Mobido, Ikawa, Samoni, Mojabu, Kado, Tushago, Ekas, Kirabora, Yufa, Lonyo, Ilemi Bodu, Etina Manda, Ugrobin and Bay, upon Kawani, Unan, Again, the Muche town, Guinan, without cheaper, not take a year upon the Moaiko, the Kawan, Okoloro, in the Kakai, Ugobi, what you for race, what you for fish ponds, Abora Madongo, Museveni, Matunia, Kaninamo, Chopere, or 50 pages, the Goli and Nile Bishan. Then go, after the new to Rapona Fair. Yeah, Ikaluan, what you for fish ponds, Matush. Abora Madongo, Mobi die, Reich Manige, Osogro, Mam, Nyai, Maobori, the Abimu Gil, Mam Gini. Go Kawanen, yeah, go down and make people timid. Mamma, Kinu, Okelubi, Isoko, Maekilua, Long, Mawa Paluba, Wala, Ramani of Fibu. And then you can lock up my duty one, the mobile roof one, the normal Nile one, man Uganda so. I'll follow you say, thank you.
Jalonyo Tiokan Nebbi, Jalonyo there. How much money are you earning per annum?
Ubang Oro among a million like I see and Muse, we get about 100 million.
How much?
100 million.
100 million.
Yes.
Apoyo. This is Apoyo Motel. This Kermundo.
So Muneno, Jadim Manine Kermundo
is not in California.
Any better back to Bimundo Manulo, California.
Is here in Nebbi.
Any Runyakimu Manuala in Nebbi.
And he is actually part-time, because he's also a civil servant. So I think if he was full-time, he would do even more. So this is what we are telling you. The 1 million shillings we are giving you in the PDM. We are sure it can help you plant at least 1 acre of either coffee or fruits. Or buy some pigs. Or some goats. So that you start. Now, on the issue of infrastructure like the Goli Road, we shall do it. but the issue that we have got so many things to do. Like for instance, in the last 3 years, we have put emphasis on PDM. If you see the money we are spending on PDM, if we were to do roads, all the major roads in Uganda will be done. But we wait. We did a road long ago, some years now. From Karuma. But you still can near the road. Chorus Tiekan and can also Tiekan. Put it in good alone. Are you sure there is no Jan from Karuma to Bakwaj to Arua to Oraba, Jan next to the road? Yo Tiekan, Jan Tiekan.
Antanda ni ai pake Karuma bini Bakwaj Nebbi okadu shilubiri Oraba kuli Arua. Antanda nya dojo eno matifi unguru megi shano tumi ipasho megi. Eno unguru vutukai shane butingi nguru eno.
So, if Ungudo is the medicine for Chan, why is there Chan here?
Kana Ungudo, taro manute ya pashan. Lomjuma eke matifi unguru megi ekishana sukirango.
So, you go and do research. If you come and say, Museveni can near the road pay. Then I will say, Apoyo Rubanga. Not that we have forgotten the road. We know that there are so many things to do. And the other roads, which Mr. talked about, I know them. But for the one of Nebbi, Goli, Vurra, that one I have already decided that whatever happens we shall do it. Now regarding the others, when our oil starts coming out, we shall be able to do all those roads. So that's what you should also know. We've got so many things to do. And some of them is because people don't pick the message very quickly. Like the message of wealth creation. Now, on the fisheries protection unit, I will, the starting point was caused by the fishing community themselves. Because the bad fishing was what caused us to bring these soldiers into the water. Now, because the fishermen were allowing people to eat the calves of the sea, of the fish. What do you call calves in our local language? Calves.
calves, nyeti dieng, nyeti dieng, nyeti dieng, calves.
Nyeti diang.
Yes, nyeti diang, calves, nyeti dieng. Kanachiel, if one, we call nyeti diang. If there are two, nyeti dieng.
Oh, so you are eating nyeti diang
No, not nyeti dieng.
of the fish.
Correct, nyeti dieng correct.